What is going on YouTube? This is Kai. We're back with another video after long weeks and month of December's holiday, New Year's, and also the band list has dropped. We're now back again with another deck profile. So today I'm going to be showcasing a deck that people were aiming that after the fall of Rizzo, or at least half fall of Rizzo, is going to be maintaining on the top tier for quite some times, and that deck is gonna be Malice. So for you guys already know, I'll be using Malice for a couple of months now, and the band list shifted a bit because of the Lore of Darkness and Ghost of Carthagos as back to 1. People say that it doesn't matter that much because you only like activate a few times. Well, the fact that it did matter a lot because you have more slots for stuff to like extenders or even follow-ups and even hand traps lineup, and also not to mention that we have the new decks like Orcus, Dragon Maids, and the Razor is still reigning on the top. So we still need to fix on the builds for how to up against those, because Lancia is also the things that Malice hurt Malice the most. And yes, of course we're not mentioning Maxis and Mochamis because Lancia hurt this deck a lot. For those other hand traps, it's not maybe that impactful, or we have ways to endure it or even play through it, but not Lancia. So today I'm gonna be talking about the list I've been using a couple of weeks now. I get 1st, 4th, and 6th place at my locals 3 weeks in a row. So without further ado, this is the deck list. I have modified a bit to like counter the decks that I use in my locals. Mostly just follow the overall pie charts we've seen now every now and then. So for the monster lineup, is basics: the 3 Dormouse, 3 Rabbit, and the 2 Cats. I was playing the 3rd one, but now I have played something else because you don't need that many of a cat. Yes, you do want to see these that often, but if a Lore of Darkness or Ghost of Carthagos were at 2 or even 3, I would consider the 3rd copy because it's just more extenders. Normal summoning this also allows you to banish, bait Ash, bait Imperm, bait everything. That's all for the Malice. Bestials, I play 4. I want to play 5 if I could, but I can't because due to tight space, it will be more than 40 cards. And this is the optimum one. Saronio maybe not the best one because it doesn't interrupt anything on the field, but it does send a bestial from deck to graveyard if you end on the firewalls and you did not use firewall to interrupt your opponents, or you have something else to counterpart with the opponents, and you use Saroniers and you send to the graveyard. You can send another bestials. Let's say you send another Magnamut to the graveyards. And then during the end phase, if your firewall is calling to 2 link monsters, you can add back these 2s. And then during the end phase, you can use this to banish the Saronier, and then to summon during end phase, you search another bestials. So that's why, in my opinion, bestials is very important in this environment. It's a standard to Malice. It's an interrupt to Orcus, Voiceless, and also against the Rizos, if they play the Axis loot, the new Axis monster, I forgot the name, to special summon a Axis monster from the graveyard and attach it as material, and Detonator is a light, you can banish them with the bestials, which is kind of important. Having more is fine because any Malice and bestials is still full combo. A better way of combo as well, if you think about it. So for the one-offs, and Skipper is good because it does allow you to place into more Malice stuff because it's banished to copy the name. The copied name, in my opinion, is just a bonus. You wanted to banish the banished parts, especially you can banish from the graveyards, and this is not the cost. So if your opponents like want the DD Crows or bestials, let them be because you just wanted to copy. And Darkscaper is just Darkscaper. It's fine if you drew it. You can summon it through the firewall. So not that one. I use this more than the Hitso because this doesn't activate. So if your opponents have stuff like the Appaloosa, they can negate it. And also this is just it's a dark, so you play around the golden match and stuff. So that's why I play this. And that's all for the combo lineup. The hand traps, I guess, is very basics, I believe. These are the monster hand traps: Ash, Maxis, and Shifters. Shifter is the best card in the deck in my opinion, because almost 80% of the deck in these environments can't endure Shifters, because if you discard a Shifter during your turn, and you can fully utilize your combo without getting Maxis, and also they can Veilers, they can Ogres, they can draw, although you're not vulnerable to draw that much. So if you discard a Shifter and your opponent chain Maxis or chain Mochami or whatever, you can just pass turn to your opponents with just a minor stuff on the field, because a lot of the decks, they are grave relevance, like Mementos, Orcus, they rely their grave for follow-ups and endurance. So if you Shifter, they can't do that. They have to stall for turns. And of course, you have a combo that if you start with White Rabbit and Shifters, and if you shifted your White Rabbit full combo during the end phase, or during opponent's end phase, you can add back the Shifter if you wanted. But that is also the plus, because you can add back Shifters, and then back to your turn when Shifter's effects is already done replied, you can discard again, which is another 2 turns of Macrocosmos, which is insane in my opinion. I can show you guys the combo if you want, the add back Shifters. It does kind of funny to hear that you can add back Shifter and use it. But it is that way. As well for the main decks, 40 cards, because you don't want to play that much. I play only 40, but I do play the 3 Underground, because I saw a lot of these play too, but I can't get over the fact that this is a free Ghost Sarcophagus, so that's why I played 3. It's fine to see multiples of this, because if you already have one, you have another one, you can just banish off the Cheshire Cats to draw 2s. If you dig into that more further, and if you have 2, it's fine, because during the next turns, if you wanted to kill your opponent and you have to extend, this is a free extend. This is a free link ratings, free extends. And also this, did I mention that this card on the field, your opponent can only attack your Malice link monsters? A lot of people don't know about it, but it does come up. And also the attack gains 3,000, your link monster gains 3,000 if you have 3 types of banished Malice trap. I did that once, and I swing over the Voice Skull Guardian, which is really nice. My opponents can't react to it, because I already have 3 banish trap. They can't do anything about it. And the already limited Ghost Arc, Lord of Darkness, these are good. I almost didn't miss them being 1, so. And the other extra slot I play the 1 Terraforming. This card can be Terraformings, the Tactics Talents, or even the Cyanide Minings. Cyanide Minings is because if any of your normal summon Malice get Imperm, Vader, or anything, if you can Cyanide Mining into the Skipper for free extents, because you search just Cyber's monster, you can search this and link away your Malice into link 1, special summon this, banish the Malice, you still get the link 3s. I was testing Cyanide Mining, but Cyanide Mining is conflicted to Shifters, because it needed to discard the grave as cost. So I tested Terraforming. It is fun as well, because it's also considered a 1 card combo. The 1 Underground equals to the basic boards, so yeah. For the hand trap hits, it's just basics. Nothing much to say about it. This helps me a lot, because especially for board breakers, going first, you take certain hand traps, you look into your opponent's hand, you can decide what to make. You can make the Griffin board if they are heavy monster reliance. You can make the Terahertz build if they are more spell trap reliance. That is the important parts of tactics. For traps, 1 each. You don't need more, because you have ways to shuffle them back. And once you use up all 3, or once you use up both, any pair, you're supposed to push for a game anymore. There's no reason to grind, so that's why you needed it. And for the trap version of hand traps, I play 3 Imperm and 3 Dominus Pulse. Dominus Pulse is the card that really makes any deck that can play this card has the 50-50 chance against the current metagame right now, especially against decks that special summon a lot, like Malice, Orcus, Memento, and even White Woods as well. Against Razor, it only effective against Ice Razors since X Razor is already being limited, and you're not much target for Impulse anyway, because you against Razor you pretty much want to see these and Ash better than this, but it is still there because you're forcing a lot of decks to stop that summon, because not many decks can play this. If they wanted to cross out, they can cross out if they wanted, but not worth for the decks that don't play this card. So that's why I'm maining this 3 instead of the previous 6. I'm only playing meaning like 1 or 2, but 3 is, in my opinion, is very good. This card I win almost every game if I see this and activate on the correct timing, so that's why I play this in the main deck. I mentioned just now 40 cards. This is 40 card builds. I can't play 41 because Malice monster is just too small of a monster to play more than 40 cards in my opinion. It's not like Tenpai, because Tenpai have like 15 1-card starters. For Malice max you only see like 12 to 13, not including the Allure of Darkness, so that's the numbers, because well, we're cybers, not dragons. So, and for the extra decks is the simple ones, the Link ones, Link Decoder and Creeborn. I didn't play the Almirage because not enough slots, and I don't think I needed that as well because of the attributes. Like I said, I still need to play through Golden Match, and that's for Link 2s, SP Little Knights, and Lizardos. Splash Mage. Lizardo is the best one because a lot of people don't know I did this a few times. It says banish a face-up monster or graveyard, and then target one monster on the field. That monster's attack become the banish monster's attacks. So you can banish itself from the field in order to draw one. I tried it before. I kind of break at the moment, so I banish this. I target his monsters, make it become 800 attacks, and I draw one. I draw Ghost Sarcophagus, and then I just full combo from there. That is kind of insane, but I'm definitely not gonna do that again. That is still risky in my opinion. Malice, Link monsters, 1 each. That's all you need. You don't need that many in my opinion. Link Force, and this is the basic end board. And this is the end board that allows you to play through hand traps even better, and also play through board breakers. And this build is better with multiple bestials because you draw a lot and you can draw through your decks more deeper. You can interrupt your opponents even more. You're forcing opponents to answer the questions of Appaloosa and Griffins. That's the reason I play this. And for the TCG builds, if you don't have the Appaloosa, it's fine. You can end with like Firewall and Griffin, which is also one of the boards that question a lot of people how to break this. And not to mention, if you have the correct bestials or correct stuff, your end board is like this. The Creeborn is on top or here, so you don't have the extra zone for the opponents. So your opponent even such some of the monster on the other extra zones, they still can't activate the monster effects because of Griffin. They're not linked to a marker, so they can't activate effects. So also with this end board, they can't super poly it because they can super poly this, but with Appaloosa they can't super poly. So that's why Appaloosa is better. Although this is still vulnerable to super poly, but you still have draw a lot of resource for this combo, so that's why I feel like it is one of the boards that make opponent think twice, I believe. And I still play the Tezeraheads build because if you use Splash Mage during the combo, you only can end with this. You can't end with Griffin anymore, so that's why I still keeping this. Not gonna take this out. Not the wiser. And for side decks is more of a self-opinions and for my choices is against more to Razors, Mirrors, and Orcus. So for Orcus, I play the Phantasme because With the new Galatea Eye, the link ones, they link summon more often now. And not to mention they have 9 normal summons at least if they are play the correct numbers. So they chain link 1, you chain link 2 into this, you drew into Lancia, you just Lancia them, and then they still force to end a turn. Speaking of Lancias, the triple Lancias, ignore the different rarities, I still haven't buy the extra secret ones first. And I guess Mirror Match is kind of the weird one because in Mirror Match, if you Lancia them, you shut down your own Bestials and the Malice traps as well, this one, because you can't banish them and you can't Bestials, you can't White Binder your stuff. So Mirror Match a bit weird to discard it unless you used up all your stuff first. So it is still here because it's force your opponents to think and play the minimal combo, so that's why I play this. And for the second tactics, because going second, you want to break boards, you want to draw deep, whichever, and first to fetch whichever side that you need, and also a lot of stuff. You even like against some trap decks or certain niche matchups, you can fetch for these as well, so it does help with playing first. And the addition to my side that I didn't play during week 2 because I was testing something else, but I will stick to playing it from now on, and it is the Deadlocks. I guess Mirror, of course, this doesn't do enough. This one only stops the speed searching, and the fact that Raizo searches a lot, so this is something that will stop them. They can't summon from the deck, they can't Ice Raizo, they can't search unless they first draw the X Raizo first, which is limited to once, so it's hard for them. Against Orcus as well, if they summon normal summon other than Orcus the Magnite Girsu, they will have hard ways to remove that lot, because if they summon Hub Horror, they link into Galatea Eye, they can't discard to search. Hub Horror cannot banish from decks, cannot banish and send to and special summon from the decks. They need to find a way to like send something else, like send the Symbol Skeletons. You need to send the Orcus Nightmare. They have some other extenders in order to kill this. And also a funny interaction with this also work a little bit against Tenpai as well, but they will have back row removal, so you just pray they don't have. Against Malice, they probably won't have people thought of citing Cosmic Cyclones or something, because you don't have back rows that threatening. Even they Cosmic Cyclone, you can just chain your normal traps, it's still fine. So this, in my opinion, is the one of the kind floodgate in this format. I feel like it's really menacingly. Also against Orcus that mix with the Finsmith as well, they will search a lot. This also stop Finsmith Engraver, Finsmith Requiem, and also Finsmith Track for searching Lurie in this card. So in my opinion, this is one of the best floodgate I can see people are playing now and then. One Dusters, back row hits, and for the traps and the thrust targets, I play Black Gold Slav, the Barrier, and Different Dimension Ground. And Ground is for Orcus and Mementos, and also against Raizo not that good in my opinion. So Memento and Orcus. This is respect for Raizo's Tenpai and also the Voiceless Voice. Not to mention Crystron as well. That they're slowly seeing successful rates and different now and then. And Black Goat's Laugh is something I added in last minute because I thought about getting reboots from time to time. So against decks like Tenpai or any other decks that second goes to just burst through, if they like Dusters or Heavy Storm, any back row clear, you can just don't activate this, let it send it to the graveyard like against Tenpai, and in the graveyard you can banish this, and then you can declare cards like, let's say you declare Tenpai Chandra. So during these turns, Tenpai Chandra can't activate its effect, so they less one special summon from the deck during battle phase, and also they don't have a tuner for them to synchro unless they use the Rengoku. And also this card is activated in the graveyard or banish itself as a cost, so it can dodge things that target for banish like DD Crows and everything. And also it's activated during the graveyard, so your opponent can reboot it, and you will make your opponent lost at least one extenders for their combo or their important stuff, I would say. Of course you can chain it, but if you chain it, you get this short. It's each and only each once per turn, so you can only use either once on the field or in the graveyard. So that's why you only play one, and you have thrust, so you can set it, or even in your hand if you set it, you can destroy it, you get to it either on the field or in the grave. So that's why I think Black Ghost Life is really good. You just needed to find the timing to use it. So that's it for the deck profile. Hope you guys enjoy it, and if you guys want any sample combo from me that's how to play Malice through shifters, through special interactions, and with Griffins, Appaloosa, whichever's, be sure to let me know down in the comments below. I will see you guys next time, and also I will be uploading more deck profiles during the weekends or next weeks as soon as I get in touch with my friends in locals. So remember to ring that bell, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.